Coaches say all the time that all they want is just to have their athletes be peaking at the right time of the year. Well, I'm guessing sweeping this week's conference awards in the team's last meet before the conference championships is exactly what Bearcats head coach Jerry Comiskey means. Sophomore Harrison Lambert is the America East men's swimmer of the week, and freshman Evan Peters is the conference men's rookie of the week. Lambert won 3 events in the Bearcats senior day sweep over Marist. The sophomore finished first in the 400-meter individual medley, the 200 fly, and the 500 free. Lambert set a pool record in the 400-meter medley win. Peters swam in the 200-meter backstroke and the 400 free relay, setting pool records in both races. The America East champions are up and trying to repeat as champions, as that meet will happen at the end of February.